Hi everyone, this is Nintendo Man 2112 here again, and this is a follow-up to my Neos deck film. Not film, video. That I just recently posted. These are some tips and tricks on playing with Neos. Now, for the start of it, my deck, if you saw my last video, is centered around getting out the contact fusions as much as possible, such as Storm Neos, right here. Basically all these guys. Yes, even him. And another way of doing that requires a nice toolbox, like something that you can use to keep your fusions out on the field as much as possible, and keeping your Spacians out on the field, even Neos out on the field as much as possible, and using them for the contacts. Now, for a little thing on Neos Space right here. Neos Space is probably the first thing that comes to your mind when you're thinking of Neospatians or Neos. Yes, it is a really good field spell, but now there's 4 field spells out there, such as Secret Village of the Spellcasters, Wetlands, even that gets played these days. Even Otherworld, the Egg Zone, that's played a lot now. The backup card, which came from Phantom Darkness, is this one, Instant Neospace. This proves to be better than the field spell counterpart for one of 2 things. One, it's an equip card, so that means you don't have to give up that field spell for it. And 2, if the fusion ever gets killed, or any way possible, removed from the field, means sent to the graveyard, removed from place, etc., you still get Elemental Hero Neos. Special summon from the hand, deck, or graveyard the turn that monster is moved. Instant Neospace proves to be a really good card for Neos. Nextly, if you're playing with the two fusions that don't require you sending Neos and Spacian back to the deck, which would be these 2 right here. Him and Rainbow Neos. These are the 2. If you're planning on playing with these 2, use Miracle Fusion and Future Fusion. Mainly Future Fusion, if you're playing with Rainbow Dark Dragon, will empty that out of your deck as much as possible. And if you're playing with Darks, then Rainbow Dragon's pretty good in your deck, huh? And Elemental Hero Divine Neos. I'm not so sure about the ruling whether Elemental Hero Neos is treated as a Neos monster, because it says Neos in his card name, and that's a whole lot of stuff. But if he is, you can Future Fuse out 5 monsters for him, and you have a pretty strong chance of doing that. And you have a pretty strong chance against your opponent. He's the ultimate of the fusions, because for one of 3 things. One, he can send monsters back into the deck just by sending 1 monster from the field to the deck. From the graveyard to the graveyard. 2, you can do the same thing with spells and traps, and 3, you can do the same thing with your opponent's graveyard. That is a nice ability. Because basically everything revolves around the graveyard. If not DD. This guy's very versatile, and he's very flexible in the Neos decks. So I would definitely recommend him if you're playing with Neos. Him, I'm not so sure of. Now, if you're looking for something pretty interesting to play with, try out Chaos Neos. I'm not too big on the Chaos effect, like flipping a coin or rolling a die. But if you actually manage to get 3 heads, you're amazing. So if you ever plan on playing with him, try a second coin toss or something in there. It will work out really great. Now, you want to basically have as much fusions as possible, because you're only allowed 15. And one of each of the Spacians. I chose 2 air hummingbirds because his ability to gain life is unfathomable in today's terms. Because with the constant life point draining, such as Overdrive Teleporter paying 2,000 life points, Air Hummingbird will bring your life points back up. And if you're ever in a rush, Air Hummingbird can save you. Let's see what else we got here. I'm only playing with 2 Neos Alias for 2 things. One is because Neos Alias is a really good card, but he's a Gemini, so you have to sacrifice a summon for that. And basically your warrior toolbox, your basic warrior toolbox. Fake hero, unfathomable. You can summon Neos and contact. That's basically what it's for. Anyways, that would be the tips and tricks for playing. Hopefully this deck will come to mind. Thanks. Nintendo Man 2112, signing out.